Welcome back guys to Kerbal space program Colonize Kerbol. This time, how you see, we have done some English commentary for our mission to Duna with our forgotten suitcase. Jebediah has nicely forgotten at home. Okay, first things first. How you can imagine by the wobbling, it wasn't planned to fly with the Reno engine to Duna itself, but we had a lot of fuel left after leaving the orbit, and I was too greedy to leave the fuel behind, and so I thought, well, let's take the Delta V for a good start to Duna and just switch to the atomic motors right now to get our periapsis very close to the atmosphere of Duna. Okay, we finally reached Duna, and now it's time for our retrograde burn. The problem is the atomic motors are not very powerful. They're very efficient engines and I like them, but it takes a long time to circularize our orbit, like you can see. Also, circularizing is very important because we just don't want to land somewhere on Duna. We want to hit the outpost base. It's very important that we land very close to it, so there is a walkable distance to the suitcase which transports very important items. Okay, the descending route is planned. Now it's time to get down on it. There we see the Duna outpost base. It's the little yellow spot in the background. We had a lot of fuel left, like you can see. I have opened the window for the spare fuel tanks, but how you can imagine, yeah, we just hit the base, missed the base. The atomic motors are not powerful enough. We just started to burn too late and just overshot the target. Uh-oh, next problem ahead. We are coming down too fast. Even with open parachutes, it's very close. Okay, looks like we managed to bleed off our speed. But next problem ahead, of course, how not, we forgot to manage to put on some landing legs. So let's see how we can land with no fucking landing legs. Well, fuck it. No landing legs, no landing. Also, we are very far away from the outpost base we want to go to. So, well, let's fly there and take care of the landing problem once we reached our destination. Okay, let's go landing again. Of course, some parachutes help, but there's a problem with the chutes. They are not especially good for controlling the spacecraft during the descent. How you can easily see, they do not fit very well in my plan to land very near to the outpost base. I just keep hopping around, doing some burns, hoping to get nearer to the base, while not burning off the chutes or cutting them off, because I'm afraid if I cut the chutes off, I won't be able to land properly on the Duna outpost base and risk to destroy the suitcase and the outpost, which would be the worst case scenario. Okay, after some very annoying hoppling around the planet, we managed to land. Well, let's call it landing, because we just hit the ground, not on a destructive way. But of course, well, on Chrizz TV we are not satisfied with some well, we land in the near of the outpost base. We want it to be right next to it. So, well, you see, just making a rover out of our mobile suitcase and doing some, well, you see, let's call it maneuvering burns. Okay, we parked. Close enough, let's call it a day. Okay, our long-missed suitcase has finally arrived on our outpost base, and it's time to get all the good stuff out of it. For example, all the snacks, the supplies, the fertilizer, stuff like this, which, well, it's quite important on an outpost to have something to eat. And so let's try putting it on the outside of the base just for good access. Okay, so now the food, the supplies, stuff like this is stored. It's time to get our construction bay built up. Just for security reasons, we build it a little bit away from the base. We don't want our newly spawned rocket, rover, whatever we're going to build to destroy our base because it's spawning right on top of it. And I just realized I got the wrong connectors. These stupid connectors, these rectangular ones, don't connect like I like to do, and so we have to do it once again. But wait, I have a great idea. Let's do not send another suitcase with some other connectors to Duna just for some tiny parts. Let's build a very small, well, item box just with some connectors in it, like this. We save it on extra parts, and then we build it with the simple construction mode and with the ore we have right on Duna, and so we don't need to fly an extra suitcase there. Okay, let's see if we can build it. But it seems it doesn't work. Why does it not work? You see, there's a progress bar in the left top side of the screen, the blue one, which should progress, but it doesn't. Why doesn't? Ah, okay, I think we have to move some Kerbals around to the main pod. Okay, now it does work. So let's build a suitcase. Alright, let's see. Has the suitcase okay, so we have the connectors, the round ones we need, and I also brought some scientific stuff because I managed to build exactly the wrong ones on the outpost, so whatever. And let's take some posts from the suitcase and let's build our, well, let's call it construction bay. Okay, don't forget the safety distance, because, well, spawning large rockets on top of the outpost would be quite painful. So, that should be good. Okay, everything connected, right. Now we just missed the construction port, sorry. This is the small docking port, which functions as a construction port. Oh, okay, it was not intended to destroy this construction port, so I put the other one on the other side of the outpost and took a new one for our construction bay. Okay, this looks good. So far so good. We should now be able to construct even some larger parts here right on Duna. But I think this has to wait until the next episode. For this time we earned ourselves a nice big break. We have done our nice landing on Duna. We have brought the suitcase just to the base, connected everything. Well, it was a lot of fun and a lot of trouble. But thanks for watching. See you next time.